Hey, everybody, welcome back to the channel. We are here to talk WWE Evolution and a little bit Saturday Night's Main Event. Welcome, Steven. Are you excited for this weekend's festivities?
Saturday Night Main Event? No. Evolution? Yes. I think they're going to put on a show.
With Saturday Night's Main Event, is it the Saturday Night's Main Event, or is it just what we're getting there in terms of like
Both.
a main event? Okay.
I think what happened was the first time we watched it, I kind of expected it to almost be like Netflix on January 1, where It was like this spectacle, and it just wasn't. And I think that expectations kind of soured me on it, and it was partially my own doing, but I also feel like partially their doing. I feel like Saturday Night Main Event is more just the wrestling itself and no storyline. Like, that's what SmackDown and Raw is for. So if you like that sort of thing, great. And I do, but I also kind of like the story, and I like that it feel like something can happen, and that's the part I don't feel. Is it just feels very, very by the books.
Yeah. There's a lot of predictable stuff, although they have had a couple moments. Like the last one wasn't as bad as the first one. Well, the first one in the return anyway. But, I mean, I don't know. I'll watch it. I don't know if I'll watch it live. But Evolution, we will do a watch along for. So join us for that right here on the YouTube channel. And just make sure you subscribe to the channel, like this video. When you subscribe, turn on notifications so you get when we've got anything related to WWE or movies or gaming or whatever. We would love to have you, and it helps support us a ton. We appreciate that. Okay, let's get the icky one out of the way right away, which is our one prediction for Saturday Night's Main Event, and that is Gunther defending the World Heavyweight Championship against Goldberg in Goldberg's final match in his home of Atlanta, Georgia. Steven, where his most iconic moment went down.
Which was?
In the Georgia Dome, he defeated Hulk Hogan in the summer of 1998 on Nitro, because WCW was moronic and like took something that would have done huge money on pay-per-view and put it on Nitro because they were more worried about winning the Monday Night War than making, money. Anyway, we've got Gunther here. We both know we're picking Gunther. Are you picking Goldberg here? Do you think there's any chance he could win and take it to SummerSlam?
No, especially if they're booking it as his last. I mean, okay, there's a chance. Because I'm sure if it wouldn't be hard to talk Goldberg into a title reign again. I just would rather have Gunther against, I assume, CM Punk at Slam. And I think most of everybody would too. So I'm picking Gunther. Let's just hope Gunther escapes without an injury.
Yeah, I mean, Goldberg is 58 years old. And if we go into SummerSlam with the two champions being a combined 105,
yeah,
I don't know. A little bit of we're going to have to rethink our lives, I think, honestly. So
it's not going to be good matches.
No.
And the worst part is, Cena and presume. Well, actually, it's guaranteed. Cena and
Cody Rhodes.
Cody are going to be last. So this would be the kickoff match. It'd be terrible.
Well, this would be night one main event.
Oh, probably. Yeah, remember, because SummerSlam is 2 nights now.
I just ruined your day.
I forget. Jeez. Oh, my
God. Okay. He's not winning this match. Let me tell you the scenario that I think will happen, and then tell me if you're on board or not. I think this match is like 5 minutes because it's Goldberg. But it's going to come out. Gunther's going to do the chops, and Goldberg will be all red and whatever. And then all of a sudden, he'll hit a spear out of nowhere. And then another, and then another, and another, probably. I think there might be an attempt at one last jackhammer, and my God.
I don't want that. That's like the scariest thing. You couldn't get Taker up. Like, I don't want him to get Gunther.
To be fair, Taker was outside in Saudi Arabia in like 100-degree weather. Like, they were both sweating like crazy, and it's probably harder to get, I don't want to give Goldberg too much of a pass on that because he did almost drop one of the most like iconic legends in wrestling history on his head. I don't know if it's a good idea to try it here, but I think he's going to want to. If he gets him up for it, cool. It'd be really fun because it might give us that moment of like, is it going to happen? You know, and then Gunther will kick out. The question is, Steven, does Goldberg get pinned or does Goldberg pass out to the sleeper?
I feel like passing out.
I kind of do too. He's not going to tap. There's zero chance this man taps out in his retirement match. None. So I think there's a chance that there's a good chance that he just passes out to the sleeper because that leaves open. Never say never. He didn't get pinned. Yeah. Because what I want is, bring another 3 years from now to have another Goldberg match. This is going to be pretty formulaic. It's going to look like, hey, you remember those Brock Lesnar and Goldberg matches? Like, it's going to be like that. Even though Gunther can do more than that, but Goldberg can't. So
at least they're putting this on I don't want to call Saturday Night Main Event a throwaway, but like that rather than a pay-per-view.
I'm shocked that this didn't get like the SummerSlam stage, but I really just think hometown, all of that. I think he kind of wanted that.
Plus, then what were you going to do with Punk at a main show again? Knock him in a title match? Jeez, right. No way.
Right. No guarantee that happens either. But
I'm pretty sure, though, because I think Rollins and the Tribal Chief are going to be wrestling at Slam.
Yeah, and I really think it's going to be Punk. My early, like, way out there prediction is Punk wins, but Rollins cashes in.
Yeah.
Because it just makes sense. Okay. Now, on to Evolution. We have the Battle Royal with, like, every women's wrestler not in another match, basically. However, well, you go ahead and give your prediction because I don't want to steal your thunder because you brought it up, and I was like, oh yeah. So,
yeah, I mean, if this gets them a spot at a PLE, which I think is what you said,
it gets them into the Clash in Paris or whatever the Paris one is called. Yeah, like they get to choose who they challenge there.
I feel like Bianca makes the most sense just because it's Bianca
for one very big reason too. But
you have Jade and Naomi, who one of them will have the title by then too, probably. Yep. That with very, very, very small like dark horse odds to like Liv Morgan returning. I don't know if that's happening.
I don't think it will. I think we're still a ways away yet.
I thought she was done with the movie.
Oh no, the movie's done. She's hurt. Like she is. Yeah, she's out. So, yeah, I'm with you. I think this is where we're going. I think it's going to be Bianca Belair. In addition, Bianca Belair is like right front and center on the promotional material for this PLE. So, yeah, I feel like that's where we're headed. Unless she doesn't show up, in which case my prediction is bleh.
Is who?
Bleh.
I don't know who that is.
It's just saying nothing. So I can say I got it right after.
It sounds like you're saying Drew, like the way you say Drew. That's what I was like very confused.
Santina returning.
Nikki Bella.
With help from the dude that helped Carmella get Money in the Bank. We'll celebrate all the greatest moments in women's wrestling. Okay. We have for the title Iyo Sky defending against Rhea Ripley. I'm going to go first here. Rhea's winning this match. I think.
It's hard to pick against that.
They haven't done anything with Iyo Sky as champion.
Rhea is like Bianca right now to me, where she's just actually like Bianca was. I am fine with Bianca coming back into the picture because she's been out of it for a while, but Rhea is not out of it. And like Rhea is very good, but I think you're right. I'm just bored with it, man.
I'm so bored on this. I get the board angle. I really do. Because, you know, it's scripted and, you know, all that. But and you like to see different faces get elevated. However, I think there's other ways to elevate women's talent, like the fact that the tag team division is non-existent in the women's division, essentially. And hopefully this pay-per-view or PLE will help that. But I think a lot of times we end up saying, like, oh, it's boring, this person winning again. But that superstar wrestler is often, you know, 41 years old and has always won. Rhea Ripley's 28. She's just entering her prime, really. Like, she's going to be in the picture a lot.
By the way, this just popped in my head. How much of this is from above the WWE board wanting the most, I guess, quote unquote, marketable people to be in the title picture all the time? So
it's always been that.
So Rhea Ripley, John Cena, Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns when he comes back, Seth Rollins, Punk, like they're the one. So everyone else is getting screwed.
Yeah,
I don't think it's always been like that. I think it's gotten worse.
It really has, though, because Cena's like forever title runs before, and the fact that he was in a position to get 17, that means he's had 16 prior. You know, it's largely because he sold a lot of merch and he did all the Make-A-Wishes and he was their face, right? And he was the person that went out there. And it's the same thing with The Miz. So The Miz was in a bunch of movies and The Miz had a lot of Intercontinental title runs during the teens. So that, you know, I think there's always that element. Now, I can go with what you're saying and say it's probably worse today.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I think Rhea's winning here. And
yeah, I think you're right.
But I mean, she's amazingly good. I'm more irritated that they didn't really do anything meaningful with Iyo Sky in this run. So that's unfortunate. Okay. We have Tiffany Stratton defending against Trish Stratus in another match this weekend where there is absolutely no doubt who's going to win.
That's Tiffy time.
Yeah,
because it's going to be Tiffy against Jade at Slam.
Is there any way Trish Stratus defeats her?
No.
For the title? I don't think so. I just don't. I would love to see it because I don't know if I'm in the minority in this or maybe not, but I loved Trish Stratus's run a couple of years ago.
Yeah, she was great.
The thank you, Trish, and all of that. I thought it was fantastic. She really put a lot into building up Zoe Stark. Oh, wait. Sorry. You want to talk about that? But yeah, it's Tiffany Stratton here. Like,
I agree.
Okay. We have Jordan Grace challenging. I am
JC Jane.
JC Jane, thank you. Kept wanting to say something else. I'm like, that's not it. Yeah, NXT Women's Championship. I'll be honest, I'm not really sure storyline wise, like where to go. All I know is I like Jordan Grace, so I hope she wins, but probably not. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't know how long JC Jane's title run's been, but if she's like potentially ready for a main roster call up, or if they're gonna do a back and forth, I could see Jordan winning. I mean, it does, like, Jordan's kind of, she was the one that had the big pop at the Rumble. I don't think Jane's been there. So I'm going to go with Jordan Grace.
I feel like we used to do the big call-ups of NXT people like right after Mania or right around the draft, and the draft hasn't been set in stone yet. Like, normally it's already happened.
Yeah. She's held it for 42 days, so not a terribly long time.
Well, certainly not in the Trips era. Good Lord. She's got 1,000 days to go, Steven.
I don't know how quickly NXT's throwing their belt around. I just can't. I refuse to watch it. I don't refuse. I just don't have time.
Yeah.
So I'm going with Jordan Grace.
Okay. We're probably both going to be wrong on that, but we'll see.
Yeah, who cares?
That's not nice, Steven.
I know. Sorry. I shouldn't have said that.
All right. We have the women's tag team titles, and it is everyone, like all the teams, because I think I don't know if there are more than 4 tag teams, honestly.
Well, then one of them got put together on Friday, so
yeah. So, okay, we have the Kabuki Warriors, who were reassembled and immediately get a tag team title shot.
Naturally,
we have Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, because they used to do something, I think, and they've been nice to each other and whatever. We have Sol Ruka and Zarya, all challenging Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez. Thoughts? It's a fatal 4-way.
My immediate thought is it's Alexa and Charlotte. Call that the Vince era being stuck in my head.
Yeah.
Because this would have been easily them two if Vince was running the show still. And then we get the can they coexist storyline for a while. If Liv was coming back sooner, I would say Raquel and Roxanne are keeping it, but I think they're going to win it back from them later to set maybe that storyline up. So that's my guess.
I feel like you're right.
Because the Kabuki Warriors, I hope they have something more interesting for them to do. I feel like this was hey, you guys can have the tag team here at Evolution as a thank you. And then they'll back to do single stuff. Hopefully Asuka gets another main title run or at least shot. Even if it's one of the mid-tier belts.
Sure. And that's where she should be challenging right now, in my opinion.
Yeah. So I'm going to go with that and exactly that storyline too.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think they really need to elevate these belts, and I think Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss can do that. Elevate other teams in the tag team division and just really kind of help build that up. I also think that WWE fans have shown they're not anywhere near interested in Charlotte Flair being near a singles title right now. But this is a way for her to still kind of be, because they're paying her a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
It's a way for her to still have a prominent role in the show. The crowd has been more open to Charlotte Flair of late. So yeah, I'll go with that. I think it'll be a good match, though. I hope.
Yeah.
So, okay. We now have 2 matches to go. So, we have Becky Lynch defending the Women's Intercontinental Championship against Lyra Valkyria and Bayley. Bayley, fresh from the NHL draft, announcing the first-round picks for the San Jose Sharks. That was cool. She was out there with the Sharks belt, too, the belts you can get for the different sports teams. So that was fun. She might be the only person on planet Earth that has a Sharks belt right now. So I don't think anybody's planning on championship belts in their near future.
No.
5 years from now, sure. Maybe. All right, I'll go first here. Becky Lynch.
Okay.
I'm going to say Becky Lynch because I think we're going to run this whole thing back at SummerSlam.
All 3 of them?
Yeah, and I I think there's going to be shenanigans between Bayley and Lyra. Something's going to occur that allows Becky Lynch to kind of sneak in, get the victory, and we move on to New York. I mean, you could probably see it. I mean, when I said I'll go first here, and then I was like, shit, I could go like 3 different ways. And I was talking myself in and out of them all at the same time. It's that close for me, but I'm going to go Becky Lynch here because I don't think we're quite done with this story yet. How about you?
Yeah, if they run it back, I could see it being Becky. The one I don't see a path through is Lyra, because I feel like she'll get it back later. Yeah. So I was going with Bayley, and so I'll just go with Bayley. So
okay, I actually hope you're right.
I think Lyra gets pinned, and really? Bayley gets the pin, and it could still lead to all 3 or a Bayley versus Becky. At least I don't know. I could see all 3 being in SummerSlam doing it again, especially if it's not like clean.
Yeah, I just feel like Bayley's title run a year ago was underwhelming and not really all because of her. Yeah. Like the women's division is so massively talented, but not always really well booked, in my opinion.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, Bayley deserved better, and hopefully she gets a chance to do it here. I hope you're right, but I'll stick with Becky Lynch here. And finally, we have Jade Cargill taking on Naomi.
This one's so easy.
In a no-holds-barred match. Okay, it's easy. Who do you got?
Jade. There's no other way because Jade is the queen of the ring. So if you want her to have any like backing going into the SummerSlam match, like she has to win. Unless someone comes out and beats her up.
I don't see that here.
Don't see it. And also, Jade, you got to get better on mic because holy crap, you were so stiff on Friday.
Either it was that like or she needs a manager.
I think that's maybe the play. Because
you know where she should go.
Should she join the Seth Rollins club?
I feel like that would make sense. And I don't want the club to go NWO and like turn into 48 people all of a sudden.
Yeah.
But I really do feel for her. Like, her style and the character fits with what they're doing there. B should have Paul Heyman to kind of really directly help coach her. And he is one of or the best, like in terms of talent development, one-on-one in that they have. So I think that'd be a good move. But until that occurs, yeah, I'm gonna go with you here because I think, Steven, I think there's a chance we could get, because you know Trips loves his little symmetry shit, and he loves his he loves symmetry and he hates Money in the Bank. So I really think at SummerSlam we might get 2 cash-ins, and I think it could be both of them a new champion getting cashed in on immediately.
Yeah, that would be dumb, but all right.
I just see so if it's Punk Gunther, Punk wins, gets cashed in on by Rollins, and then it sets up a Punk Rollins feud throughout the fall, which then gets us through to the Rumble where presumably Braun Breaker can win, and then the turn happens and we set up Rollins v. Breaker at WrestleMania.
You're going to end that faction that quickly?
I mean, you could add another year onto it. I mean, we thought forever that Judgment Day was just about to end, and then it just kept going. And still is.
Because I feel like the Triple H, Batista, Randy was
Evolution.
A few years at least.
Yeah.
I think it was 2 years, and then one split off, but the other 3 kept going for a while. And
then they broke apart. It was Orton first, right?
Yes, yeah. Orton was first,
and then Batista.
Yep.
So I don't know. I mean, I should know, but I'm still like partially in like Vince mode of like really quick stories.
Yeah.
And I keep forgetting Trips loves to really play the
Drag
long
'em
game
out.
with stuff.
You said it nicer.
Yeah. But I just wish there'd be like good storytelling plans for the mid card as well as the top of the card. Because top of the card stories, Stephen, are generally good. More often than not. In fact, I would say a lot more often than not. Like the Cena turn was excellent. Every subsequent match that he's been in has been shit.
The last one I feel like I liked.
It was fine, but they're both not what they were. Like, I don't know. I love CM Punk, you know that. I thought that the match was as good as it probably could have been.
Mm-hmm.
But like they both need someone more athletic to kind of help carry the load.
Yeah.
And Cena more than Punk needs that.
Yes.
So anyway, Cena has that at Slam with Cody, and presumably we'll be able to take the burden of having that belt off of him. And then we can morph back into being the good guy and, you know, back to all that nonsense for 6 months. So, yeah, I mean, I've got Jade here too. But I think we're setting her up to maybe get a very big win at SummerSlam and then probably get cashing on by Naomi, which would then bring us to a Paris match with Bianca, potentially a triple threat with Bianca, Naomi, and Jade. So, I don't know. I could be totally wrong. It could be something totally different. But it's what I'm feeling at the moment. What do you think is going to happen, everybody? Let us know in comments. Remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notifications button so you don't miss anything when we have WWE content or stuff on movies, video games, and more. Until next time, which will be this weekend, because we'll be here for Evolution on Sunday to talk about all the excitement in WWE. Okay. Thanks, everybody, and have a great day.
Bye-bye.